So if you have one of these Black+Decker weed eater edger, the kind that you press the button in here and it rotates the head so you can edge with it and weed eat with it. If you have one of those and you're having issues with your auto feed spool, then this could be a problem. So I've had this exact unit for over 10 years now, and the whole time I've used the same spool. I did have to replace this cap because one of these tabs broke off, but I've been using this same spool the entire time. You can see the amount of wear on it. But what recently has begun to happen is, as soon as you pull the trigger, it just keeps feeding. It feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds and feeds, and then you blow through all your weed eater line in no time. So this is what the problem is. So there are two components to the auto feed spool system, right? One obviously is the spool itself, and then the other one is this little lever in here. So obviously both of those are wearing parts. So let's show you this and that little lever compared to new ones. You get this out, I just use a little hook pick and it just pops right off. Okay, let's go to the bench and I'll show you what the problem is. Okay, so this is a small lever, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera. You see that little brass ring that's on the top of that lever? Well, on this side it's completely worn away. You see that? And it's important because that piece of this little lever is what rides in these little grooves here. So these notches on this spool is what that little part of the lever latches onto to feed out some of the line. And if you compare this spool to a new one, you'll quickly see what the problem is. See how worn that is? So the solution is a new one of these and a new spool. So I got all Black+Decker parts. So this is a 2-pack of the spools. That's your part number. I'll leave a link in the description below for Amazon. And then this guy here, that's your part number there, and that's the new one. So let me get this out of the packet. So that's the new one there. As you can see, the metal is intact all the way around compared to the old one. So that's the problem. So new one of these in, new spool, and we'll be good to go And I don't ever buy the spools with the line on them. I just buy this stuff here. Key is it's got to be 0.065 inch, and then I like this stuff just because, I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but it's got like a star shaped cutting edge on it. It's not going to allow me to, but it is, it's out of all of the weed eater lines for this particular weed eater I've tried, this stuff has worked the best. So pretty straightforward. Just going to pop this back in. Just blow all the dust out from there, and it can only go in one way. It can only go in one way. And then we're going to put the new spool in. So new spool in, threaded it through the feed hole, put the cap back on. Good to go. Easy fix. Perfect. No more just feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding until all of the wire was gone. And that's great, because I was about to buy another one of these for $100, but now for what, 20 bucks, this thing's back in action. Anyway, Pete Diamond, Jacksonville, Florida. Thanks for watching.